And welcome back to another episode of the Cryptcast. Joining me today are the lovely Zay Overseer.
I had a burp ready, but I lost it.
Also joining us is a good friend, Clutch Roadagain.
Yeah, it's me. I'm here.
Yeah. So, a little update about since
There we go.
you got it out.
That's
I hope
great.
so. I hope so.
Anyways, since the last episode, Zay Overseer is not just featured in this episode, he's a member in this episode.
That's right.
He's back.
Yay, congratulations.
Yeah.
You did it.
You did it. It's like the fucking Ava clap. Congratulations. And by the way, Zay, you still need to finish Evangelion if you haven't.
I know.
I'm gonna beat your...
It's like when you... It's like
You don't have an excuse, Zay.
I don't...
We're in the middle of quarantine. You literally don't.
If I jump back in where I last started, I won't even remember what's going on anymore.
It's okay to start from the beginning. It's not that long of a series.
It depends, and unless you're watching the movie too, then it's a fairly long series. It's gonna be like a day, pretty much.
That's still not long.
You know what? I'll do it. I've been watching some other stuff. The Midnight Gospel is awesome.
Do you have time for the Midnight Gospel, but not Evangelion, Neon Genesis?
He doesn't have an excuse.
I don't have
Literally
an answer,
no
no.
excuse. Speaking of no excuse, Jay, what's our topic today?
Oh, yeah. So, our topic, we don't really go by topics technically, but we do have a topic today, and it's disappointing video games. Now, this doesn't mean we're going to talk about bad video games. We're not going to talk about good video games. We're going to talk about games that we got hyped for, and they ended up disappointing us. And
This idea also came from a tweet, by the way.
Yeah, I found it.
Thanks, Twitter user. Insert name here.
Yeah, I found a tweet that was talking about most disappointing games ever in our lives, and for me, I'll start off. For me, that was Little Witch Academia: Chamber of Time.
Which I even went to him and was like, Do you want to do this topic just so you can talk about this game?
Kinda, yes. Not just this game, honestly. I think in the last episode I talked about fucking
Yeah, you did the Trigger game.
The Kill a Kill game is hot garbage.
Oh, yeah, Trigger Kill a Kill. Yeah, the one that like has a cutscene that crashes the game.
Yes, oh my god. So I love Trigger so much. I love Trigger as a studio, but dear God, their games are horseshit. They give the fucking license to not great devs.
Yeah, no, I've noticed a thing here, a pattern here, that they give up these licenses to make these video games to really shitty developers, just fucking cheap bottom of the barrel. Fuck CyberConnect. Fuck them. Like, actually, fuck them. I fucking love All-Star Battle. It's fine. It's a novelty video game, but fuck all Eyes of Heaven. I've never been more disappointed by a video game. I can't name one because it's like a fucking I hate 3D arena fighters.
Oh my god.
They're good. They can be good, but in terms of longevity, dog, could you totally not? Fucking, so Eyes of Heaven, great cast. Not as, I think some characters were cut out. No, they just expanded on the original cast, which I love when games do. But they changed the fighting style, the gameplay, just absolutely threw it all out the window. So you know, J-Stars, whatever, that fucking video game that had like, Jonathan, Joseph.
You are talking about JoJo
Goku.
games that I do not give a shit about.
Jump Force?
No, okay, Jump Force, not.
Oh,
no,
Jump
the one that came with
Force,
the
fuck.
No, not Jump Force. J-Stars. It had like all the anime manga stars.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that game.
It plays like that, but smoother, but that doesn't help it.
Jeez. I remember that game getting shit on so bad.
I was excited because I was like, it had JoJo's in it, and I was like, oh shit, that's unheard of to me for like JoJo's to really get like a feature in a video game at all. And it's upsetting because they only ever do this one. This one stood out to me because they did Jonathan and Joseph, which are like not Joro and Dio, which is like, I'm not saying that's a boring choice, but that's the choice they always make.
But like,
You know,
going back to the 3D arenas, like I hate how it's like it's so plain. Like the open world aspect is so fucking bad.
why do you need it though? Because it's a fighting game. You don't need that open world aspect.
So I was saying
to
this
it.
earlier before the podcast that I just wish more, like, if you're gonna make an anime game and make it a fighter game, make it like Dragon Ball Fighters or Persona 4 Arena, because those are two really good anime fighting games. Like,
He means 2D.
yeah.
Yeah, like 2D. Yeah, no, like a 2D fighter. I'm a fan. I love the 2D
even
fighter.
if you make it like 3D, like just make it fucking in that style, like fucking like the Skullgirls sort of thing.
Like, you have to understand, we had that as us JoJo fans had that.
Like Mortal Kombat, like make it like that.
We had Heritage to the Future, and it was great. And then Capcom was just like, we're just gonna drop the fucking rights for JoJo's. Oh, CyberConnect, the guys who were responsible for, what the fuck did they make? CyberConnect 2. Those are the developers. The ones responsible for, like, Dragon Ball Z, Kakarot, Naruto, Ultimate Ninja Storm, the franchise.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no, those guys picked up JoJo's, and
JoJo's a huge franchise to mess up, too. How can you mess up a huge-ass franchise like that?
it's fucking Japanese game developers. They find a way to make it more asinine than it needs to be. Actually, they had a Battle Royale drop recently.
The thing is, I was so optimistic about the Little Witch Academia game because it looked so good, but it plays like ass. Like,
it plays like,
I watched you stream it, and I can concur.
it is awful. I play. Okay, I don't know how the PlayStation version is, but from what I've heard, it is literally the same as the Steam version.
Wait, so it's like a point and click and beat 'em up?
It's an action RPG, and it's a beat 'em.
Where the action is the worst part about it.
It's the fact that they did that with a Magic license. Like, literally,
I described it.
Literally just make it an RPG. Don't make it a fucking action RPG.
I described the combat as white noise during the stream because it really is it was just so repetitive. I was
button mashing and winning.
J Chip has streamed the game on his channel. Those streams are still up if you want to watch them. I think you should because they're still really good. I really love those streams. But when it got to the combat, that combat lasted like a straight an hour of that 2-hour stream, and very quickly all the rest of us were just completely checked out. We weren't even paying attention to the game anymore.
I don't even know if I was doing anything wrong, or it was literally just that fucking boring and slow.
It looked really boring. That's what I'm saying.
And the thing is, a lot of the game is using shit from the actual show, just recycled shit.
Yeah, I'm looking at gameplay of it right now.
Not great.
It looks very the movements have an awkward jaggedness to them in terms of animation.
It's so bad. Dude, controlling in that game is awful. I fucking hated using. Okay, I was playing with a controller.
Yeah, as you should have.
Yeah, but I was playing with a controller on the Steam version.
Yeah.
using a PC. But I feel like even if I did use a mouse and keyboard, it would have still been janky ass. Like it felt like garbage.
It looks fine in Dragon Ball Fighters, but animation frames, the way they use them, just feels weird, wrong.
Some of the animation was like really cool. With like some of their
I'm saying in game.
Yeah,
like
in game it was pretty bad, but like cutscenes weren't that bad, and like interactions weren't that bad. Some of them.
Well, yeah, I know, because they animated like certain cutscenes like outright.
Yeah. Like there was actually fully animated cutscenes like in the anime style.
Yeah.
And that was actually pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. That looks pretty good. That doesn't look terrible. But this just looks awkward.
And I feel like I hate to say this, but the opening that they chose was a waste on the game. It could be be used for the second season of Little Witch Academia.
Because I think what it is that like Fighters does something very similar to this, but what Fighters doesn't do is it doesn't try to like over exaggerate the movements of its characters as much as this game does, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas like it's very concise with what they're doing. Whereas with Little Witch Academia, they're trying to be like wacky and all animated and stuff and constantly moving.
Okay, I'm looking at the wiki again, and I think the biggest red flag that I should have looked at when getting this game is that actually two red flags is that Bandai Namco and also the developer was A Plus Games.
I want to say that the visual novel stuff was the best part of that game, but that might just be because we were like fucking around so much during the stream.
Yeah, and also we were voicing the characters, so it was fun.
It was a ton of fun.
Let me see here.
I can't really find much on A Plus Games, but whatever. This game scored a 58 on Metacritic.
Wow,
not the worst. Let's see here. I'm like,
and that's only
curious.
for the PS4 version.
Doesn't even have a. Hot damn! This developer doesn't even have a fucking
wiki.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, what A Plus Games developer? Let's
Trigger
see
just
here.
doesn't know how to fucking throw their licenses to people.
What did they fucking make? Like, what did A Plus Games make? Hold on, let's go on Steam.
and Kill la Kill the game was made by fucking. Oh my god, that'd be funny. I mean, at least the Kill la Kill game got a Switch release. The Little Witch game couldn't even get that. Oh my god, that's right. The Kill la Kill game was made by Arc System Works.
Arc System? Arc? Like,
yeah.
Fighters Arc? Well, then how the fuck that up?
They made fucking Blaze Blue and Dragon Ball. They made Persona 4 Arena! I mentioned that fucking these games should be like Persona 4. I was correct.
Okay, here we go. I found the developer on Steam. What? It just goes back to Bandai Namco.
Well, I think A Plus is owned by Bandai.
Hold up, no, like I'm deadly serious. I go to the developer, right?
Or are they a subsidiary?
They must be. They must be like a dev team or something.
Yeah,
like
they probably are. But
let's see here. A Plus Co. Ltd. Little Witch Academia, Chambers of Time. They worked on Kill la Kill.
What? They also worked on Kill la Kill? What? Holy shit. Both of the fucking Trigger games were made by A+. That explains a lot.
Under developers, it just says A+ Games and then A+ Co.
That's so fucking weird.
That's strange.
We fell down a fucking weird ass rabbit hole. But
yeah, no, like I'm legit like, what the fuck?
And we should fucking ask Zay. Zay, what's a disappointing?
Yeah, y'all are talking about games and publishers and anime that I know nothing about.
Yeah, what's a disappointing game to you?
Well, I actually had to think about it for a while because I'm just like, I mean, there have been games that I haven't liked, but there hasn't been one where I was just like, there haven't been that many where I go into it like expecting the best thing ever and like not liking it. But the example I gave was Battlefront, the Star Wars Battlefront 2015.
Because 2015. Ugh.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that the one made by DICE and EA. I didn't get Battlefront 2 because I learned my lesson from Battlefront 1 and also the whole, loot box thing.
Oh god.
You know what's fucked
game
up?
On arrival. But
you know what's fucked up? That game actually, they wound up fixing 2.
How?
I don't know, but I've heard from a lot of people that, 2 had a really god-awful, launch. Over time, it's gotten a pretty much better, to say the least. I guess that's nowhere to go left but down, or nowhere left to go but up, I guess, in the case of Battlefront 2.
Well, you see, too little too late is what I say to that.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a very fair, because EA...
Oh,
EA has,
fuck EA. Fuck EA to the
man.
Saturn and back.
EA is
but
the fucking...
I was a teenager. I heard that that DICE was making a reboot to the Battlefront series. This was back, I love Battlefront and Battlefront 2. Battlefront 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. And this was when I was a teenager and I would go online and jack off to unfinished footage from Battlefront 3. But
oh boy. People, y'all really like your Star Wars game.
Oh, hell yeah. Battlefront 3, it never came out. It was canceled. But, so, this was at a time where, we hadn't seen the Battlefront name on any new game in decades. So, when this was announced, I got super excited, and then I watched, I think it was an E3, not a trailer, but a showcase of them developing the game, and they were, going to the actual places where Return of the Jedi and The Empire Strikes Back were filmed, and taking photos of the environment and recreating it in the computers with these super gorgeous graphics. And watching that, I just got so freaking excited for this game. And then it came out, and it was just so bare bones. They obviously added stuff later on in the game's life, a few months later even. But I think when the game came out, it had something like 3 levels in the whole game. Just 3. Hoth, Endor, and Tatooine. That was it. And, it played, it was a shooter. I know this was DICE and EA. They made which one do they make? Battlefield or Modern Warfare? Which one is it? EA.
Battlefield?
Yeah,
Battlefield.
Battlefield. So it played It was Battlefield, but with a Star Wars skin on it. And, that's fine, but it just felt like another generic shooter. Just with Star Wars.
Before I posted my thing with Little Witch Chamber of Time, I actually went with a different example, and that was Call of Duty Ghosts. That was in my Call of Duty phase. Call of Duty Ghosts absolutely ruined that phase. Because, oh my god, I don't know if either of you have played any Call of Duty game.
I'm not a fan of first-person shooters in general. Whenever I played Battlefront, it was always in third person.
Yeah. But fucking...
I played through fucking... I play Black Ops a lot, actually.
Yeah, that's the popular one. But fucking Ghost, I was expecting something in the style of either of both Black Ops and and Modern Warfare. And what happened was the worst controls I have ever played, and the worst fucking multiplayer I have ever seen in a Call of Duty game. Like, it is god awful. I am so mad that me or my parents or whatever paid full price for that game around the holidays when it came out.
When it came out? There are so many Call of Duty games and Battlefield games.
I don't know how Josh fucking stays into that franchise.
Apparently, one of them was about zombies, and it has been updating this entire time, and nobody knew it.
That's Black Ops, yeah. Black Ops.
Yeah, Black Ops. Black Ops is great. I love Black Ops. Like, unironically, Black Ops is like the fucking golden child of like Call of Duty, in my opinion.
Call of Duty Ghosts came out in 2013.
I think it was the follow-up to Black Ops, actually. Is that wrong? Let me look up the Call of Duty release timeline.
The release timeline?
I have to find a release timeline, otherwise... I'm gonna be lost.
But yeah, that was during my fucking Call of Duty phase, and that game absolutely destroyed that phase because, like, I was so into it. I was so hyped for that game. I saw all the commercials and the fucking trailers. I was actually fucking excited as a fucking teenager. And then the game came out, and I fucking sold it, like, a few weeks later because I was so fucking disappointed.
Yeah, the 7th generation is when I really... PS4 was 7th, right?
Oh, God.
I keep getting these numbered generations mixed up, but the PS4 generation was when I dropped out of video games.
I actually had it for the Xbox 360. I don't know how different that version played from the PS3 or whatever, but it was bad.
Okay, I see. So, it was Black Ops, then Modern Warfare 3, then Black Ops 2, then Ghost. Yeah, I dropped off at, like, Black Ops 2, because I saw that, I played that, and then I was like, wow, this is really boring.
I actually had a lot of fun with Black Ops 2, and the multiplayer is really fun, but the fucking Ghost played awful in all ways. The story was hot garbage, too.
What bothered me the most is that they tried to make it a yearly occurrence more than anything else, which really don't do that. Take your time with your video games.
Exactly. That's how fucking Pokemon kind of fell off. They started realizing, oh, we're making big money from these games. Might as well fucking release this every year or every other year now. Instead of
that's what happens when big franchises.
Instead of every 4 or 8 years, like a fucking regular development. Hey, it's still better than Yandere Dev development.
Yeah, still anything better than a Yandere development.
God, that shit's
cycle
like
is better
such a running
me.
joke now, and it's so fucking funny.
Well, development hell is a dangerous thing because there haven't. Despite the saying that the longer games shouldn't be rushed out, they should take their time. So you would think that the longer a game is being worked on, the better it will be. But development hell, rarely ever does a game come out of development hell and it's actually even the best thing you can hope for is that the game is just all right.
You can say the same with when anything's in development hell, like fucking. Literally what we do with this channel. These fucking abridges take forever, man. What other games disappointed you guys?
Arkham Knight, Jay, that game's combat is great, but the story's god awful.
Dude, Arkham Knight is so good. Arkham City is awful.
So, I'll agree. Gameplay wise, it's been consistently getting better, but I haven't truly enjoyed a story mode since fucking Arkham Asylum.
Oh my god.
And So here the first red flag I noticed of Arkham Knight was when I first opened it. It showed the fucking disc design had a fucking Batmobile hubcap on it, and I'm like, oh, haha, that's a red flag. That's not a good sign. Then I played it, and then I was like, that's okay. When can I not play as the Batmobile? Okay, when can I stop playing as the Batmobile? This is really fun and all, but I want to play as Batman. Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong about half the shit wrong with that game. The fucking Deathstroke fight is fucking... He's mitigated to Batmobile fight. That's wrong. That is wrong. You don't do that to Deathstroke. You don't.
Yeah.
You just don't.
Honestly, I kind of take back my thing about Arkham City. Arkham City actually had its moments where it was actually pretty good.
Maybe it's because I played it so much. Arkham City kind of died for me a little bit. It's a pretty decent story. It's a little overrated, I'll admit.
Yeah, the story's kind of all over the place, but my biggest thing was that they made fucking Bane like super smart and like friendly.
Well, no, because Bane was always super smart. He just takes steroids and it rots his brain. Which that was always the thing with Bane. Even in like the DC cartoons, like when you see him in Batman Beyond, they're just like, yeah, no, he's just a fucking literal skeleton now because he took Venom for so long.
He's a roided fucking scientist.
He's a roided, I wouldn't say he's a scientist, but he's
a fucking nerd.
He's a tactical genius. He's smarter than he leads on. which I appreciate.
Big man think good.
Big man think pretty good. Because like Nightfall wasn't just like a fucking one and done fight. Nightfall was Bane's like fucking tactical SWAT team like fucking of Bruce Wayne. So Bane's always been smart. But yeah, no, like Arkham Knight. Story-wise, I just kind of found myself like not knowing really where to go, or just like going, oh, this part again, that's great. In terms of Arkham games, it's my least favorite. I would much rather play something along the lines of Arkham Asylum or Arkham City. In Arkham City, even in Arkham City, just challenge mode.
Yeah. And I'm looking through this thread again of the original post on what this topic was brought up for. Fucking a lot of people said Sonic Forces.
Oh, we all knew Sonic Forces was gonna be bad. Like, no,
I didn't.
Yeah, but like because with
after
that
Sonic
expectation,
Generation, I was just like, oh hey, they finally got their shit together. Oh, never mind. Did I say Sonic Generations? I meant to say Sonic Mania.
Sonic Mania.
Sonic Mania's like goes in a totally different direction, so that's not really a good comparison.
It's so Sonic Mania. Everyone knew it's like the law of Sonic. If it's a 3D Sonic game, it's going to be bad. It's going to be like bad without a shadow of a doubt.
The thing is, Sonic Mania was actually made by fans, and then Sega picked up the license for it.
Yeah, exactly.
They bought a fan game.
Yeah, they were straight up like, no, I think the story was just straight up like, oh, you guys are modders? Come make our Sonic game. Come make a Sonic game for us. It'll be great. And then they did, and it was fucking pretty damn good.
Okay, I knew that game was developed by fans, but I was thinking, like, Sega was finally just like, okay, like, let's, like, they figured out, like, how to fix Sonic, per se. Like, they kind of, like...
The thing is, with Forces, it had a decent premise, like, and it did bring back some aspects of Generations, but... And also, it did bring into the custom character, which is every Sonic OC fucking creator's wet dream.
You know what I want to say about that? That joke, ever since they announced that you can make your own character, that was the only joke people ever said about the game, and I was just like, foolish as I was just like, guys, there have been billions and billions of games that have you create a custom character. Just because they added one to Sonic doesn't mean that they're...
The thing is, they could have added that to Sonic... They could have added that to Sonic years ago.
And then
they just didn't want to. It's a pointless feature.
And then the interview came out where they literally said, "Oh yeah, we're doing this for the people who like making Sonic OCs." And I was just like, "Oh,
yeah,
no, like they had no reason."
They literally said that in an interview. So all my crap about guys, it's a character creator. They're in games all the time. This is not about making Sonic OCs for the fans. This is not about that. Oh, it was about that. Oh.
Yeah, because here's the thing, like, Sonic never needed a character creator in any sense of the word.
I mean, it kind of ended when they revealed that one of the clothing items is literally a hat that says gamer.
like another thing that had me being like, all right, Sega, like, you know what to do. Like, you're trying to fix. Okay, the initial trailer for Forces said from the team behind Sonic Generations and Sonic Colors, aka the two best reviewed 3D Sonic games of the past decade. So it's just like, okay, the fact that they're bringing those people in who they know made the best Sonic games means that, okay, they're trying with this one.
Yeah, they did.
It looks like they're going back to like what they did in Sonic Generations and Sonic Colors, and like there's no more of that Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric or Sonic Lost World stuff. They're just going back to, hey, we perfected it in Sonic Generations with the boost formula. Let's just do more of that.
And it was
they never really meant to make Sonic Boom the main thing.
I know that.
The only good thing to come out of Sonic Boom was the cartoon. I'll just say that.
Oh yeah, the show was pretty good. Well, no, because the Sonic Boom game is like infamously, I would say, even less finished than
infamous.
Sonic was infamously finished, much more. It was less finished than Sonic 06, I'd argue.
Yeah. Like, the thing is, Sonic Forces did play off fucking Sonic Generations and Colors quite a bit in its gameplay. However, the jumping between places felt like the Storybook series, which are the worst Sonic games. Like, the Storybook series, like Sonic and the Secret Rings or whatever the fuck it is, those games are god-awful. And the way that Sonic Forces actually used that implementation of, like, switching between levels and, like, having characters talk in between is so bad.
Look, from what I've never played Sonic Forces, but from what I hear about it, the worst thing about it is, like, half the game plays itself.
It does. You can hold the boost button and literally finish the stage in just minutes, like seconds, even if you're a super speedrunner.
Yeah, that's what I hear. Like, the enemies in the boost stage don't even attack you. They're not even enemies, really.
I'll give them this. They made the Sonic Goes Fast aspect actually correct. They've got it right for once since the first game. Because remember when Sonic games were just about going fast? I think this is like the third time I've ranted about Sonic on BridgeBrains.
Honestly, I didn't know, until recently when you said it in gaming that you grew up with Sonic more than you did Mario. I never would have guessed that because you don't talk about Sonic that often.
I grew up with Sonic more than Mario up to a point. My teenage years were actually filled with more Sonic than Mario. And now I play a lot more Mario games and Pokemon. Let's talk about Pokemon real quick. Fucking...
Oh, man...
The thing with me with this conversation is, like, since I dropped out of video games around high school, all the video games I played were when I was a kid, and so I was a kid. I would just love stuff unconditionally. Like, I didn't have the critical mind to judge games. When I played a game as a kid, I would just be like, whoa, I can jump by pressing X! This game is awesome! You still play
games, though, like, every now and then.
Every now and then, but I'm nowhere near what you would call a gamer. Like, even a game like Spyro Enter the Dragonfly, which is definitely the worst Spyro game. It's a terrible game, but as a kid, I still loved it because it was Spyro. So
why didn't you mention that in this entire conversation?
Because I loved it when I played it, so I can't say that I was disappointed by it. Because I wasn't. I was a kid. I loved it, even though it's a bad game.
Yeah, but you're disappointed.
So by the time I was old enough to be disappointed by games and not just love stuff unconditionally, I stopped playing video games. Yeah, you can't just
love it for nostalgia anymore. That's the thing. Like, you can like movies and shit for nostalgia, and like shit like that. But like, when it comes to video games, you cannot love things for nostalgia. It gets old fucking fast.
No.
It gets old fucking fast, and you know it.
Crash Bandicoot I have nostalgia for. Let's see here, what else? Mortal Kombat, the initial trilogy, was fucking fabulous, fantastic.
I heard a bunch of people were disappointed with 11, by the way.
Well, 11 was really fucking just not great. It was pretty bad. I fucking thought so. It played really badly. Felt even more artistically bankrupt in the previous game, which is saying something. Because that game had like no saturation. It was so desaturated, it fucking made me depressed to play it.
Jeez.
That's something. I fucking did not like Mortal Kombat 10. And I liked 11 even less. I liked 11 so not at all that like I played it for like half an hour, and then I was like, no. I didn't even bother with the fucking story mode. It was that bad. And usually with a Mortal Kombat, I'll fuck with the story mode.
The last one I want to mention is Pokemon, and that's only because of Sun and Moon 2, or Ultra Sun and Moon, because that's when I knew, like, wow, they could have done things in the way of, like, you know, Black and White 2, but they totally went the route of just, literally it's the same game with a few added more Pokemon.
Yeah, no, I knew from the get-go that, like, I started, I believe, Moon, and then, like, they were like, Ultra Sun and Moon are coming out, and I'm like, I don't care. I don't care.
I didn't even know those were sequels. I thought they were expansions.
They are. That's the thing. But they came out as actual full games.
They're expansions or sequels? I don't. What was the deal?
They're neither. It's literally the same game, just with a fucking different little plot line at the end.
Did it come on a disc that you could put in your thing and it would play?
Yes.
Then that's a sequel. If it was an expansion, it would attach If it was an expansion, it would attach itself to the already existing game. But if you could buy Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon as like a physical thing,
it's literally a cartridge. It's literally a fucking expansion sold as its own cartridge.
So that it's a cartridge, but it still attached itself to your game. Like, if you bought Ultra Sun, but you didn't have Sun initially, you couldn't play it.
No. If you didn't have Pokemon Sun and Moon, you could still play Ultra Sun and Moon, because it is literally the same game.
And it's not like, what people who didn't play it have the better version. What about the people who played the original version and just got fucking gypped by this shit?
Yeah.
I saw that, and I was just like, I'm not buying that.
I unfortunately bought it just to see, like, what the fuck it was, because I didn't know it was going to be like that. I thought it was going to be a different sort of thing, like fucking Black and White 2, which, in my opinion, are the best Pokemon games.
Hold on, are you saying it's the same game as, like, an insult, or is it, like, literally the same game?
Literally the same game, just with added, like, a few added Pokemon. That is literally it.
Oh.
Nothing else.
I thought you were saying that as, like, it's just the same, they didn't change anything, it's the same mechanics as the other game. Like, you were using it's the same game as an insult.
No,
Like, as
No,
a
like, it is-
metaphor.
No, it is like word for word everything. Overall story, fucking gameplay.
They
the
sold it
same
for
fucking video game.
the same price as the original.
Well, so much for this being a chill out podcast.
Oh no, like fucking. When you
I
talk about
love
video
Pokemon,
games-
but I will fucking rant so hard about that shit.
Yeah, Resident Evil 3 was pretty disappointing. The remake, I loved 3, like the fucking original game, but Resident Evil 3's reboot game was not great.
Oh my god.
And since we started talking about Sonic, this all went to shit.
Oh yeah, no, like it's a fucking Sonic's a slippery slope into talking about how bad some games
Life
can just
is.
be.
Yeah.
Just talking about disappointing games in general is a gateway drug to fucking shitting on bad video games.
Yeah. But anyways, I think that's a good
It's a good stopping.
it's a good
point.
stopping point because we don't want to go too far into this. And honestly, this was just a way to vent and also kind of tell you guys where we're at with video games and also just life in general. Because it is rough. I want to say thank you for Clutch coming back in to BridgeBrains podcast.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. Hey.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. And thank you, Zay, for coming back on. And also welcome back to BridgeBrains.
You're welcome, I guess.
You're welcome for your coming back. But anyways, thank you guys for watching or listening or whatever. And we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.
We're not unreasonable. I mean, no one's gonna eat your eyes. All we wanna do is eat your brains. We're at an impasse here. Maybe we should compromise. You open up the doors. We'll all come inside.